sitting at Fouillette. It is a bakery, boulangerie, and it's about 5 minutes away from the new hotel that we were just staying at. So we just woke up. It's about 8:30, 8:40 now, and we're just gonna be heading on out to Château de Chenonceau. Hopefully this camera is working. It's been having a lot of difficulties. I don't know what's going on with this Insta360. Maybe I need to buy new SD cards. I am not going to depend on it as much as I am on my Sony or on my iPhone. So we'll see what happens. I will be testing it out more, and maybe if I get some downtime, I'll be able to get some more like videos in and try to see what is going on with this camera, because so far I am not impressed, and I kind of wish that I just bought a Hero 10 and a 360 cam. But anyhow, so this is the 360 cam going on right now. I could get different angles. I thought it'd be easy just to do this, but maybe I'm gonna understand now why people don't do this. Anyhow, we will check back in a moment when we're either on our way to Chenonceau or when we actually arrive there. Good morning. We have left Blois and we are at Château de Chenonceau. This might actually be my second intro. I've been using the Insta360 to no avail, and I just found out that there is a firmware update. Maybe that's why it's just not working, but it's been the absolute worst camera to work with so far. For something I thought would just be a set it and forget it, it's just not working. And so it wouldn't turn off just now. And so maybe when I unplugged I took the battery out, maybe I lost all that footage. The drive here was intense. It was just this kind of really narrow 2-lane street that went through all this farmlands for, Lynn was saying oils. We don't know if it's rapeseed or if it's canola though. So, with that being said, it was $15 per person to get in. Mom, because she's over 60, was $12, or not dollars, but euros, to get into the Chenonceau. And and we'll just check in a moment. Lynn's digging the labyrinth maze that's right behind me right there. You kind of see it, but
I mean it's only a meter high, so you can kind of get through it pretty quickly. But
oh, I think it's probably taller than that. It's very Harry Potter-esque. Anyhow, we're gonna go check out the inside of this castle, and yeah, we'll check back in a moment here. And welcome back. Just finished touring the Château de Chenonceau. It is incredible and worth every euro that it cost to get in, which was 15 for me, 12 for Mom. As I walk away from it right now, it is probably one of the most majestic places I've ever been to. It is really well organized, with the kitchen on the floor closest to the river that it crosses. And I mean, that's why I wanted to see it to begin with, was that it crosses a river. It is a bridge. And then as time went on, they built a house around it, and many different rich and famous folks have attributed to its changes. The original chateau was really just a bridge that led up to the house, the main building that's right behind me. But as time moved on, they built a kind of building over the bridge, and for the longest time it was just called a covered bridge before it actually officially became known as Château de Chenonceau. And that being said, the chateau is amazing. Again, going to the kitchen on the first floor, which was really well kept, and they had all these different rooms, from the staff quarters, which had just some of the most fragrant flowers
that I could smell. There was the butchery, which was right next to it, and it had all the cutting boards and everything and all the knives. It also had a cool pump that would pump water from the river into the butchery itself. Then there was the main kitchen cooking area that you could see. It was like they had this massive stove in the middle. It looks like a traditional French kitchen, like what you see in the movies for like a restaurant, like a really high-end restaurant. And then there was, I think it was a bread room, like a dough room is what it was called. And then the floor above that was more for entertaining. There was a couple of bedrooms that you could walk in and check out. It had great views of the river. And then there were the main hall, which was for balls and stuff like that, events. Now, being that there is one more floor above it, that it's for the exact same purpose, I believe. I didn't get to read it. Mom and Lynn had the books, so I'll have to go through it and kind of type it on the screen here or something later on. But the hall above it, they were using as an exhibition for the chateau. So there was a lot of exhibits and writings on the history of the place. Everything from, like, there was this kind of, I don't want to call her a duchess, but like a really well-off Scottish woman who inherited a fortune and remembered this place, and it was her favorite chateau. And so she came here to renovate the place. The place has also fallen kind of into ruins quite a few times. And there was like a huge scandal behind it, for one of the owners actually went bankrupt and started selling off parts of the chateau to try to make up for the money that he lost. There's a lot of history behind it, and it's pretty interesting. Man, I said there's 3 floors. There's actually one more floor above it. And those are all bedrooms. And the only bedroom you're allowed to on that top floor, which had this amazing hallway to all the bedrooms, was the master bedroom. And it was a Henry Manet III, I believe. He's actually a good-looking dude. Like, there's a portrait of him in there. Very suave-looking. Anyhow, that being said, we then went outside the chateau and started walking around the gardens, which are fantastic in this place. And then you get to see that kind of, the view that everybody sees on YouTube or Google. It is an amazing view of the chateau that crosses the river. And finally, here we are at the exit. This is the entrance to the gift shop, and that's pretty much it. We're off to the next place, which I believe is a tomb. But before we get there, I'm gonna hop in the car and put it in GPS first. Oh, another side note, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, and if I did, I don't care if I'm mentioning it again. Insta360 is acting up and not working all that well, so I might have lost footage, but it is what it is. Anyhow, until I'm back. And welcome back. I am walking on the Promenade de la Loire, and that is in Amboise. Right behind me, actually behind that building, we just saw the Château de Royal de Amboise, I think it is. And when I say we saw it, it literally was just a quick peek at it. We also checked out and walked across the bridge. We'll get another shot of the castle when we're leaving town, because we're gonna have to cross that bridge, and it's actually a better view, kind of like how Sausalito has the best view of San Francisco and the Golden Gate Bridge. The place is fantastic looking. As we were driving in, I actually saw it coming down off a hill, and I'm like, oh, are we going over there? And Mom didn't catch it, so she didn't actually know where we were going. Unfortunately, we came to this side first rather than going to the other side of the bridge to catch the castle. But that being said, we're now going to walk a little bit through the town to go see few other sites, including Da Vinci's tomb, I think is what I read. But we'll see if that's what happens. Anyhow, we'll check back in a moment. This was just a quick interjection. Oh, and parking was free, which that's always awesome. Anyhow, be back in a moment. Okay, and after what seems an eternity later, we have walked from the Château de Royal, or Château Royal de Amboise, to Château du Clos, which is a place, it's actually right here, that Leonardo da Vinci lived in before his death, obviously. He actually lived in Italy for most of his life, but he did live here for a short period. And we also visited Da Vinci's tomb, which is actually in the Château Royal de Amboise. The tomb actually is an exhibit at the chateau. Now, unfortunately, it is under renovations, and although it is free to see, or Lynn doesn't know if it's free to see currently because it's under renovations and you have to see it through an iPad. Like, you walk up to the building and then you hold an iPad up to it, and they have AR to where it'll tell you what the inside looks like. We weren't interested in doing that, going through security and all that, to just see the AR thing. So we did walk up to the gate, but unfortunately we're out of time right now, and we have to get going to Mont Saint-Michel, which is like a 3-hour drive from here. Mom's really trying to push to where there's a lot of light when we first arrived so that we could see it with some semblance, because I think she wants to leave tomorrow early in the morning rather than stay at Mont Saint-Michel and check it out some more. So anyhow, we will check back in a moment here. Just gotta get back to the car and head on out. Oh, we do have some tarts and baked goods from the bakery that Lynn and Mom went to earlier while I was trying to figure out the Insta360. So here we go. Be back in a moment. Alright, and we have stopped at a truck stop, or a rest area. It's somewhere after Le Mans, between Amboise and Mont Saint-Michel, which is our target. We've spent a little bit more time here than I think we actually wanted to, so we're running a little bit behind schedule, but this truck stop is pretty amazing, and we were able to get some really good food so far. Actually, I have an example. This guy, we bought another one because Mom actually liked it so much that she wanted something for the road just in case. And so we bought one of those and a ham sandwich to begin with, and then bought another one of those. Along that time, we bought a orange juice in a can. This guy. We bought 2 of them, so this one's for me later. And then we bought 2 bottles of water. This guy, even though you could drink tap water, Mom prefers the bottled, which is fine. So we are about set here. Mom and Lynn are using the restroom. Mom just got back, so I think the next check-in is going to be at Mont Saint-Michel. All right, until we get there. And hello, I am obviously standing in the dark. It's getting a little chilly. I wouldn't say it's too cold. I'm standing here because there's a light source right there. It's a security lamp actually, and the shadow you could see right behind me with the tripod going is pretty awesome. But I am at Mont Saint-Michel. We got here at about 6 o'clock. So it was actually quite late, and Mom was a little upset because she wanted to get here by 4, so we were 2 hours behind her schedule, but it is what it is. That's the part of traveling that's kind of fun, right? That being said, we actually got here at a decent time. There was a little complication at the gate. This is a gated area that we're in, and we actually paid it's like $10, 9.80, 9.8 euros for parking here, and it's 24-hour parking as long as you don't leave. You could drive anywhere within the security area, or this kind of like, what do you call it, tourist area, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty good. If you just do that, then you'll be fine. And the bus that goes from like around the tourist area actually comes all the way out to Mont Saint-Michel, which is this castle that's built on an island, and it's a place that I've wanted to go to for the longest time. I can't even remember how long. This and like Lake Bled, I believe it is, over in is it Slovakia? I'll put it on the screen if it's wrong, but there is a chapel in the middle of a lake, and that's pretty amazing too, but that's the story for another day. This castle or town I've seen many times. It's been in all sorts of different dramas and variety shows and reality shows. People come here all the time. It is simply fantastic. Like, this, in my opinion, is the reason why like I came to France. And just walking around, we didn't actually get to go into anything because everything was technically closed except for dinner, which was decent. It was about $100. So the restaurant name was Gustas, and yeah, I believe. If not, I have the receipt, so I'll put the correction on the screen if we were incorrect. And it was about $100 for the three of us. We all got menus, and I got a glass of wine and I think they're called toddies. But this was a espresso with hot apple cider and whipped cream, and the cider was cooked with like cinnamon sticks and orange peels and stuff like that. It was similar to mulled wine in that sense. It was delicious, is the bottom line. Like, it was really nice. And the dishes we got were, I got for my menu, I had 6 oysters raw. Then I had a chicken leg that was baked with French fries and a salad. And then for dessert, I had camembert cheese on toast, which was nice. And then Lynn she originally got a vegetable soup for her starter, but it was actually disgusting, so she asked if she could change it for a salad, which they did willingly, which is kind of nice. And then the salad was decent, and then she and Mom, for their mains, got the leg of lamb, which was amazing as well. And then Mom, for her appetizer, got a bowl of mussels. Like, there was a ton of mussels in there. A massive amount, really, it was just shocking. And overall, the meal was decent. We were happy, and it was worth every penny, I feel, or every whatever euro that we spent on it. Yeah, and the service was great, and it was just a real good time. And then we kind of just finished walking the wall, taking a few photos. And yeah, now we're gonna head on off. The bus that I was talking about that takes you to this town on the island for free is actually going to pick us up. I actually think I see it.
One just left.
Oh, one just left. There is a bus stop right over yonder, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and catch that and get out of here. But this is it for Mont Saint-Michel. It was lovely, and I do hope that I'll come back again in the future. This isn't the end of the video though. We did check into our hotel, and I'd like to go ahead and do the room tour. So we'll go ahead and get to that at the very end for today, and then tomorrow off to Normandy Beach. Anyhow, see you in a second.
All right, good morning. And yeah, I mean that. I forgot to film the end part. There was some mix up with the bus, and we thought we missed the last bus, and there was this back and forth right after that video. So let's go ahead and check out the room. Let me turn the camera around here. And here we go. We're in room 36. Here we go. And as soon as you enter in the room, there is a closet and
hangers. To the right is the restroom. This is a towel dryer right there. And we have the sink, another toilet. There is, yeah, a bit of a gap between the wall and the bathtub. Excuse my voice, it's early in the morning. But whatever, and then there's the bathtub and shower. And finally, we have a heater for the room, a TV, a desk, Lynn, a big window that has a view of, that's actually like a grass knoll right next to a lock, so it's pretty cool. And then we have a big mural of Mont Saint-Michel and the 2 beds. So there we go. And there we go again. That's it. That is the end of day 3 and us here in Mont Saint-Michel. We're gonna go get breakfast now, but that'll be in tomorrow's vlog. Anyhow, until the next video.